Hello and welcome to my kitchen. There'll be no singing tonight unless making a salad makes you suddenly burst into song. No, I'm going to record my making of a salad, like a cooking show. If you're like me, when you first start trying to eat right, you're not sure how to even go about it. Well, I make a salad. It's a pretty big salad, and a few of my friends have been wanting to see how I make it, what goes in. I start with a bowl about this big. We used to use one bigger. Again, it's hard to make a small salad. I go with pre-prepared, pre-chopped vegetables as much as possible. Because the point is, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to eat right, and if you're trying to prepare a dinner when you get home, you want to make it as simple as possible. You want to make it as convenient as possible. Otherwise, you're not going to stick with it. So I'll put a little bit of this in the bowl. You can see the bowl there, can't you? Okay. A little bit of the lettuce. Also like to use some baby spinach. And this is the Alton brand. And on top of the lettuce, I go with carrots. And again, pre-prepared, I buy the shredded lettuce. You can see it there, all shredded up. Pretty. It adds color, but of course it also adds nutrients. Next, I go for the vegetables. And again, we want to make this convenient. We want to do it quickly at night so that we get home, we're tired, we're hungry, we can eat as soon as possible. But it does take some preparation work ahead of time. I will cut up my vegetables and put them in these little Glad containers. And for my vegetables, I have 4 main ones that I usually chop up. We'll go with, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on this. We have some cucumber, and I keep this in ice water, or just put it in water and it'll get cold in the refrigerator. Don't try to put this in the refrigerator without water because they will dry out, the little pieces. So cut this up as finely as you like. Some of you like to chop it up a little finer, and I like it a little bigger. Cucumber, again, cut it up, I dice it, I slice it, and put that in my salad. Then I have peppers, bell peppers, and I put a mix of green, yellow, and red. Not just for color, although having a dinner that looks attractive will make you enjoy it more, but each pepper does have different flavors. So when you cut these up, make sure you just dice them down the middle, cut off the core in the middle that has all the seeds, throw that away, and then clean it out and cut it up. You don't want any of the seeds or any of the white membrane. You can cut that out as well. But I just sprinkle this. I mix it together after I cut it up and put that in the salad. You can see the salad's coming together quite nicely here. And then one of my favorite vegetables, of course, is onion. And this is red onion. And again, you want to add color to it, but also I do like the flavor. It has a good bite to it. Some of you may want to have different flavors. You may leave out parts of these vegetables. You may add different vegetables than I'm putting. I also add in the cherry tomatoes, little tomatoes. They're very good. I'm putting a good handful in my lettuce, or my salad. See, we'll start to kind of get a nice salad look to it. It's already getting kind of big too. Next, I will buy canned ham. This is not pre-processed. It's not. It's cut, stored, and the cans peel off the top. And I cut it into cubes. And add this. You might hear the dog growling or barking in the background. I have 2 dogs in here. Donnie. He's barking at Annie. You want to see them? Let's get the camera on them. This is Annie. Say hello, Annie, and Donnie. Hi, guys. How you doing? You like salad? Here, let me give you some lettuce. And here's Faith, waiting for me to get done. She won't come near the dogs. This is Faith waiting for me to get done. Hi, Faith. I'm about done with my salad. I'll come down and eat with you a little bit. Okay, now we're back. I've got the ham. I have cherry tomatoes, all my vegetables. Now I need to add in a boiled egg. I want the protein of the egg. Again, do maybe 5 or 6 ahead of time. Some of you may worry about whether it'll keep up, how long it'll last in the refrigerator. But as long as you keep it in the show, it'll last a little longer. You may only want to do 3 or 4 at a time, depending on how much you eat your salad. I put 1 boiled egg in my salad. What fade? I'll take a fork and I will just use the fork to shred the egg into the salad. Now we need to add in the cheese. I'll go with sharp cheddar. You may want to grind yours by hand. I go with the coarsely ground. You can get finely ground. You may want to go with chunks, but I prefer a good coarse ground. Something that's easy to be picked up by a fork. And about this time we have the eggs and the cheese in. I want to add in some spices and pepper. I've been using coarse ground pepper. A friend of mine got me these beautiful grinders for Christmas, and so I've been using this. I love pepper. Lots of flavor. Now I'm going to add in, we're just about done. You can see it starts to get kind of big at this point. You can probably go a couple meals on that. Sometimes I do. But when I'm really hungry, I just go ahead and eat the whole thing. Now we have to add in some texture. These are some croutons, garlic and croutons. I'll add in a little bit of layer of that, just a few. And I use some noodles, choy noodles. You'll see these on the salad bar. Sometimes you go to a restaurant. And I just like a little bit of tuft of those on top. Okay, now that's just about finished. But some of you may say, where's the salad dressing? And you look at this, and it's got all the flavors. You have the moisture of the vegetables. Adding salad dressing, the heavy, drippy, goopy salad dressing, has also a lot of calories. And that's where I think I benefit. I'm eating a big salad, but I'm not adding extra calories by putting on salad dressing. Now what I like to do is add in some balsamic, this is not wine, this is balsamic vinegar. And there are different varieties. You want to make sure you get the real balsamic vinegar, not just flavored. It'll cost a little more. It's going to be aged. And so I like to sprinkle a little of this on top. The croutons and the noodles will absorb some of this. But that is my salad. Now, to drink, I'm going to wash this down. The old adage, I could have had a V8. V8 juice makes a very good complement to your salad. So here we go. Salad and V8 juice. Enjoy. Bon appetit.